Have you ever realized that wherever you go, your presence has an effect? It's as if an invisible force pervades your surroundings, transforming them into intense emotions in others. It's no accident. You possess a distinct, strong, magnetic energy that unavoidably impacts everyone and everything. This energy embodies the assigned purpose and transcends mere high vibration. You possess an enduring light and unwavering power. Those who continue to dwell in the dark, however, may find this same light unsettling. Many people experience these feelings as restlessness or an unexplained uneasiness around them, but they do not know why. However, the fact is that your energy reveals things that many people strive to conceal, such as buried realities, anxieties, and insecurities. As a result, you could see that some people relocate without giving a reason. It's about what your presence inspires in them, not about you. I understand that it might occasionally make you feel as though you don't belong anywhere. But pay attention, part of your calling is feeling strange and out of place. You came to bring about change, not to gain acceptance. Some will avoid you, while others will be drawn to you, seeking a light they can't find in themselves. Because bearing this burden is not always simple, it can be draining. However, understand that the energy you hold signifies your selection for a greater purpose. Your purpose is not to blend in, hide, or dim your light. Your purpose is to illuminate the darkness with your brilliance. Therefore, accept yourself and give up trying to fit in with what other people think you should be. Their existence is not an accident, rather, it is a potent instrument that God has given you to accomplish a goal that is far bigger than anybody can fathom. So, if you ever felt like your energy was a burden, don't worry, it's normal. God formed you that way for a reason, even if the world might not understand why you are here. God intended its light to illuminate the path for the blind, not to hide it. Subscribe now to the channel if this truth resonates with you. We are uniting people who hear the call and choose to live a purposeful life. Don't struggle with your identity. Simply keep going and have faith that people who truly need you will see your excellence when the moment is perfect. Because of its tremendous and distinct energy, it naturally has a significant impact on other people. Have you ever observed how agitated some of the people around you seem? Is there something about you that evokes feelings of vulnerability, unease, or even threat? This is due to the fact that its light both discloses and brightens. You don't need to say anything because its very existence elicits strong feelings. Those who continue to live behind masks and illusions perceive themselves as a mirror reflecting aspects of themselves that they may wish to conceal. You will attract some who seek the truth and clarity you possess. Others, however, will withdraw because they are ill-equipped to deal with the truth that their presence brings to light. Accepting this truth can be challenging. It may seem harsh to face rejection or misinterpretation when all you do is exist. However, understand that this reaction doesn't target you, but rather the energy you inspire in others. But keep in mind that this feeling is a gift, not a curse. The chosen ones experience an awakening within themselves. Some individuals respond with resistance or withdrawal because they are unprepared for this light. Others experience attraction even when they don't know why, seeking something that they can't even articulate. It's a quiet but serious spiritual conflict. Jesus said in John 15 verse 19, "The world would love you as if you were its own if you were a part of it." However, you are not a part of the world. You must accept that, regardless of the circumstances, people will always sense your presence. Carrying an energy that challenges and transforms is a requirement for selection. As a result, its presence will be difficult for certain people to cope with. However, those who are ready and called to something more will see a mirror of their own truth in you. Don't let other people's responses cause you to question your mission. You are here to transform, not to satisfy. Accept that your presence matters more than just going undetected, rather than attempting to minimize your influence. Continue walking confidently because those who truly need your light will discover the truth they have been looking for, even if they are not aware of it yet, in you. Doesn't the world seem to be full of diversions, loud, and chaotic? Everyone seems to be living on autopilot, with little awareness of what lies under the surface. How about you? Everything feels different to you. Have you ever wondered why you consistently perceive details that others overlook, seemingly operating on a different level? Why do you find some topics, discussions, and ways of living incomprehensible? This phenomenon occurs because the chosen ones function at a higher frequency, looking for meaning and authenticity in a society that frequently prizes superficiality. You sense an inward pull to something far bigger while society is preoccupied with pursuing status, approval, and fleeting pleasures. And the discord between you and the outside world is caused by just this difference. You are able to look past appearances, see the meaninglessness of appearances, and sense the desire to live a more purposeful life. However, he finds that not many others are prepared to comprehend this vision when he attempts to express it. And that may be annoying. It's like you're searching for depth in a shallow ocean, speaking a language that virtually no one can comprehend. This disconnection may be isolating. You could have tried to fit in, act normal, and pretend you didn't see anything. But since the chosen ones were not meant to become lost in everyday life, something within you has always drawn you back. John 15 verse 19 says, "The world would love you as if you were its own if you were a part of it." However, you are not a part of the world. You must come to terms with the fact that you will never fully fit into this world since your soul originates in a far larger place. But guess what? It's all right. You are not here to meet the expectations of a society that is not sure of its direction. Something larger, something different, has summoned you. Avoid attempting to fit yourself into something that doesn't make sense to you. Don't argue about that distinction. Rather, accept it. This sensitivity and depth make you who you truly are. Fitting in is not why you are here. I'm here to show you a different approach. Therefore, live your truth and don't worry about being understood. Those who are ready will see it. Those who are not will remain ensnared in society's delusions. This is not your concern, either. Keep going, your purpose is to be true to God, not to please others. You've realized that embracing isolation is a necessary decision rather than a punishment after making so many failed attempts to blend in. It's not that you dislike other people's company or that you don't want to make relationships. As time passes, you come to realize that many encounters are pointless, fleeting, and draining of your energy. You now understand that being surrounded by people does not necessarily imply being escorted. Conversely, being in the wrong place might make you feel even more alone. The chosen ones seek depth, truth, and purpose, which can be challenging to discover in a society where most people are consumed and stuck in a routine. Therefore, you have chosen solitude as a haven, a place where your energy is not depleted and where you may connect with God and yourself more deeply, rather than insisting on fitting in when there is no room for your essence. Furthermore, this decision shows intelligence rather than weakness. God encourages us in Psalm 46 verse 10 to be still and know that I am God. Introspection, isolation, and silence don't help you escape, they help you reconnect with your inner self and purpose. Relationships that do not enhance their spiritual strength are a waste of time and energy for the chosen ones. Therefore, many choose to journey alone or in small groups where they receive complete understanding. However, it is important to remember that conscious isolation does not equate to complete loneliness. It entails making thoughtful decisions about where to be present and who to share your experience with. This time of reflection is also crucial to your spiritual development. Before they manifested their calling, great men and women who fulfilled divine missions had times of loneliness. Before he led the people, Moses lived in the desert for years. Jesus retreated frequently to pray and fortify himself. Being alone can help you hear God's voice, strengthen your relationship with him, and receive revelations that are impossible in the world's bustle. As a result, see this time as a period of preparation rather than a period of nothingness. Those that truly need your support and share your purpose will always find a way to get to you. Your path requires discernment, and isolation is a powerful tool to prepare you for what's ahead. In the meantime, keep strengthening your intellect, faith, and relationship with God. You may have observed an intriguing occurrence after learning to cherish solitude and removing yourself from distractions. Even when you want to be motionless, people are still drawn to and affected by you. Some seek your light, hoping to find answers they can't find in themselves. But many of these individuals also leave with the same ferocity with which they came. Some feel uneasy, as if their very presence challenges something within them, while others seem captivated by its force. This is because you cannot ignore the truth you hold. Their presence discloses as well as illuminates. Furthermore, not everyone is ready to handle the truth. Walking with sincerity and purpose transforms your light into a mirror for those still living in delusion. This will be seen by some as a call to wakefulness. But because understanding the truth necessitates transformation, and change is not always simple, some will fight. It might be perplexing to approach and then walk away. It can occasionally even cause you to wonder if you're flawed. But realize that this is a reflection of the internal turmoil that individuals experience. It is not your problem. Please leave a remark below if this makes sense. My inner light reveals truths. Someone who hasn't yet realized the power of this sentence may find it reverberates in their life. Your testimony can influence others going through similar experiences, and your being here is a sign. Although they desire light, they are frequently not yet prepared to leave the shadows. They are scared of what they will have to give up to live with this truth, yet they still seek answers. Jesus experienced this. Many people rejected him because they were unprepared for what he stood for, but many others followed him because they were captivated by his knowledge. According to John 3 verse 19, the light came into the world, but men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. The same will apply to you. While some may flee from what you stand for, others will feel a strong connection to you. However, that shouldn't cause you to lose your brightness. Its purpose is to shine, not to compel others to look. You are here to be a lighthouse for those who genuinely want to find their path, not to persuade. Your presence naturally fulfills this role. Therefore, it's normal for people to go away. Don't worry about them. Those who are ready for this journey will guide you. Until the time for awakening arrives, those who are not yet prepared will pursue their own path. Continue to be who you have been called to be in the interim, because your mission depends on your faithfulness to the purpose God has set inside you, not on other people's approval. Why does it seem as though new challenges arise every time you make progress? Why does anything attempt to undermine you once you've gained clarity? It makes sense that this same presence would run against opposition if your trajectory has previously demonstrated how your presence affects the environment around you. The reality that you exist and live out your mission already disproves the world's illusion. Most people don't know that this path is mostly a spiritual struggle, not just a material one. Do you think this message is making you stronger? Click the like button located beneath the video to help this light reach other chosen ones engaged in combat. You sense it in the glances, in the unforeseen difficulties, and in the circumstances that appear to try your patience and trust. Have you ever noticed that when you attempt to take a significant step, something always seems to throw you off? It's as if an invisible force is trying to hinder your advancement. The chosen one's mission threatens everything that operates in the dark. This battle isn't always evident. It frequently shows up as everyday challenges, arguments with loved ones, or doubts that attempt to creep into your thoughts. However, remember that this signifies your progress rather than a sign of weakness. Jesus has previously told us that, although we will experience hardships in this world, he has triumphed over them, John 16 verse 33. The attacks you experience are an attempt to distract you from your calling, not a coincidence. You don't fight alone, which is wonderful news. Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, "Do not be afraid, for I am with you, do not be dismayed, for I am your God, I will strengthen you and help you, and I will sustain you with my faithful right hand." So, no matter how many times they try to defeat you or how many obstacles you face, you are stronger than any foe. Remain steadfast. The only thing you need to do is keep going, the fight is already won. Why are you still here if all these wars have attempted to mislead you? What kept you going despite all the challenges? The solution is straightforward: you have an innate calling that you cannot ignore. Every obstacle you overcame, every lonely time you had, and every setback you suffered helped set you up for something far bigger. God wouldn't let you experience all of this aimlessly. It was all for nothing. We selected you not for a typical existence, but for a task that few would have the courage to undertake. This purpose justifies everything that has transpired so far. You endured all of this to become a person who brings transformation and truth with you wherever you go, not only to survive. The lonesome stroll served as a prelude rather than a punishment. His faith grew stronger with each desert. You have learned to rely entirely on God as a result of every rejection. Every conflict has shaped his fortitude. Remember that you have already conquered what many others could not. You serve as a live example of how God selects, equips, and maintains those he calls. What you'll do with all you've learned now matters more than what you've experienced. Don't abandon your vocation. Don't let uncertainty or fear prevent you from taking action. Your determination to carry out the mission for which you have been chosen, not other people's approval, determines your purpose. God will never abandon you, even if the journey may be difficult. You're not here by accident. She prepared for every obstacle, every lonely time, and every internal conflict. Now, how you use all of this to go ahead is more important than what was left behind. Their narrative is important because the chosen ones never go alone. Many people are going through the same thing as you and are looking for the same solutions. And when we come together, we are much more capable of carrying out our calling. Did you find this message meaningful? Therefore, when you subscribe to the channel, leave a remark using the phrase, presence, to show that you understand your purpose and have decided to stick with it through to the conclusion. Because nothing can stop us once we accept who we are, may this area serve as a gathering spot for the chosen ones. I'll see you in the upcoming video, dear soul.